ELI5. Why do tides occur on both sides of the Earth? I feel silly asking, but if it be possible, can someone please explain the answer to OP's question like I'm actually 5? The Moon's gravitational pull is the primary tidal force. The Moon's gravity pulls the ocean toward it during high tides. During low-high tides, the Earth itself is pulled slightly toward the Moon, creating high tides on the opposite side of the planet. From National Geographic. Imagine the Earth is a giant squishy ball. The net effect of this tidal force is that this squishy ball is, well, squished. When that happens, this pushes out both sides perpendicular to the direction of the squishing force. So the squishy ball representing Earth's oceans get pushed out toward the Moon and also in the opposite direction. The Moon is pulling harder on the middle of the Earth than it's pulling on the far part of the Earth. So the middle of the Earth is getting pulled away from the far part. Like in Looney Tunes when a character runs and the body is pulling the head. A recent interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson discussed how the Earth is actually rotating in and out of the tides around our planet as the gravitational pull never changes on us. We just experience it differently as we rotate during time. This is how I look at it. Though I don't know how correct it is. The Moon pulls the water that is closest to it, making a visible bulge in the water. But the Moon also pulls the solid Earth towards it too, effectively pulling it away from the ocean on the other side, leaving a bulge of water on the other side as the Earth gets tugged out from under it. Gravity is stronger at a closer distance. The water closest to the Moon is pulled with a strong force. The Earth, in the middle, is pulled with a medium force. And then the water on the opposite side is pulled with a weak force. The result is that the water, Earth system is stretched out. The difference isn't big compared to the distance between the Earth and the Moon. But spread over a big area it is still noticeable. The center of gravity of the Earth plus Moon system is not at the center of the Earth. It is shifted slightly towards the Moon. The water on the far side of the Earth from the Moon is then farther from the center of gravity. So gravity is weakened on it. So it bulges out into space. The water on the near side of the Earth to the Moon bulges out because it is attracted to the Moon. When you add the gravitational vectors, there is actually a squeezing moment near the center of the Earth. This is where the low tides are located. Remember, there are 2 lows and 2 highs per day, with the highest high on the side closest to the Moon. Moon pulls on the water closest to it. This makes tides on that side of Earth. Moon also pulls on Earth. Water furthest to Earth is left behind, making tides. Moon pulls water to Europe. High tide in Europe. Low tide in USA. Earth rotates. Moon now pulls water to USA. High tide in USA. Low tide in Europe. All water is moving all the time. There's extra pull on the water closest to the Moon, which is in the opposite direction of Earth's gravity. The extra water is slipping from the sides, which is where low tide happens. You get high tide and low tide 2x per day when the Moon is closest and farthest high, and halfway between low. When you slosh water around in a bucket, why does it splash on all sides? No matter the scale, physics plays its part. and water fills its container. The water on top is under less pressure and free to be influenced by cosmic, etc. forces. Waves, tides, ripples work much like radio waves or shock waves. It originates at a point and spreads in all directions until it either fully deteriorates or blends in with all the other water surface chaos. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.